Hello everyone, my name is Chanjit Ghosh and I am a graduate student at the University of Utah, working under the guidance of Dr. Carlos Mastrangelo. And in this conference, I would like to talk about my presentation on a nanojoule burst mode eye gaze angle and object distance sensor for smart contact lenses. This is the outline for this talk. At first, I'll discuss the motivation for this work, which is driven by the need for improved variable power smart contact lenses for restoration of accommodation. A key component of smart contacts is a low power distance ranging sensor from eye vergence angles. Next, I will introduce our quad squirrel coil method for eye vergence angle measurement and compare it with conventional search coil methods. We will talk about our setup and new drive schemes and compare it with our older drive scheme, followed by results and summary. The human eye can be simplified as a lens camera system. The crystalline lens in the eye collects light from a distant object and projects it onto the retina, which is the image sensor of the eye, thus producing an image. Note that the crystalline lens is a tunable lens as the distance to retina is fixed and the lens must change its optical power in order to focus images of objects placed at different distances. This is known as accommodation. When the eye lens is not working properly and does not focus the images at retina, it produces vision veer. For example, it may focus the image before or after the retina, thus producing refractive errors and blurred images that are distance dependent. Two common refractive errors are nearsightedness and farsightedness. In nearsightedness or myopia, one can clearly see objects far, near, but not far, and vice versa for farsightedness or hyperopia. A third and nastier type of defect occurs when the eye lens loses tunability and accommodation with age leading to presbyopia. Presbyopia affects about 90% of the world population over 45 years old, or about 25% of the total world population. This slide shows the schematic of our adaptive smart corrective contact lenses concept. It requires tunable power lenses, an object distance sensor, and a built-in computing and communication electronics, all built on a thin contact lens substrate. The smart contact concept system continuously adjusts the tunable power lens to produce clear images of observed objects at all object distances, effectively restoring lost accommodation. Spiral search coil method, which is based on the placement of thin coils on the sclera of the eyes. Since we are implementing a distance sensor on contact lenses, this is a natural method applicable to our system. The angular orientation of the eyes and scleral coil can be determined by measurement of the magnetic coupling between a set of external coils and the scleral coil. The best way to understand how this works is to look at the system of coils and angle-dependent transform. The spiral coil system available commercially typically require very large external drive coil, as shown in eye contact VR system on the right. This method of angle measurement is well known to be precise, but obviously totally impractical for routine daily, always on use. In our quad coil approach, we have no external coil, and we determine the two angles using not two but four coils, two half circle coil on each eye. In this system, basically we need to drive coils on one eye and we measure the response on the two coils on the other eye. The basic idea consists of performing at least two measurements of coil voltages on the receiving eye under various drive conditions. From these measurements, we uniquely determine both the angles alpha, beta, and bearing angle theta and the distance r. This slide shows the schematic and photos of our two coil devices in the experimental setup. The coils are fabricated on a flexible two-level PCB substrate. Each semicircular coil has 5 turns and has a resistance of 2.5 and self-inductance of about 2 nanohenries. Here we have the drive coil and the receiving coil. In previous approaches, we have used a continuous sinusoidal driving signal in our drive coil and we have received the induced EMF on our receiving signal. One of the main disadvantages of such an approach is the energy consumption. As it is mentioned here, the energy consumption of that approach was around 20 microjoule, which was significantly high than compared to our current method. In our current approach, we have established that the gauge angle detection is also possible through ultra-short burst of driving signal. The minimum burst width of such driving signal is determined by the ringing time of the receiver. The ringing time of the coil depends on the quality factor of the coil. A significant reduction of energy consumption is possible. Here we have the schematic of our coil. We have driven our drive coil using a pulse amplitude modulated signal from a signal generator. And we have on our receiving coil, we have our receiver IC, which is a TA7642 IC, which is a which does the amplitude demodulation, and we have recorded our data on the oscilloscope. Here is the circuit for the receiver IC that we have used. So here we have the different drive configuration for our coil. We have used configuration A for this approach, where we have applied 5-volt peak-to-peak voltage on our inner drive coil at a resonance of 2.5 megahertz, and this graph shows the induced EMF on the inner receiving coil, which established the angle versus induced voltage dependency. The discrete pulsed signal wave driving given on the driving coil. The minimum pulse width should be equal to the ringing time of the obtained accurate reading. In our circuit, the ringing time was observed to be 31 microseconds and is theoretically determined by the quality factor of the coil setup circuit. The energy consumption of such a driving scheme is around 340 nanojoule for each reading, which is around 2 orders of magnitude lesser compared to the energy consumption from our previous approaches. Here we have a comparison between the energy consumption per reading with different eye tracking technique that are available now. As you can see in our spiral coil approach using a burst mode driving signal, the energy consumption per reading is 340 nanojoule. For a continuous sinusoidal signal, it is around 20 microjoule, and a solid state time of flight sensor, it is around 0.17 joule. Now, thin film solid state batteries can go up to 50 microampere hour of capacity. So if we use such a battery in our contact lens system, for our spiral coil burst mode approach, we will have around 2 million readings before the battery dies out. For a continuous sinusoidal signal, we have about 30,000 readings. For a solid state time of flight sensor, we will have around 4 readings before the battery dies out. So as it is obvious that the solid state time of flight sensor is not suitable for an application for something like smart contact lenses. So in summary, I would like to say that our new quad spiral coil approach for distance ranging and divergence point location, the implementation of a burst mode aim detection scheme to detect the pulse source signal. The settling time is detected for the detected signal is found to be 31 microseconds. Therefore, the pulse width of the source signal should be greater than 31 microseconds for the induced EMF to reach its maximum value. Each measurement requires around 340 nanojoule of energy, which is 2 orders of magnitude lower than the previously reported value. A low power and small unobstructive footprint are critical for distance range realization on smart contact lens substrate. We would like to thank National Institute of Biomedical Imaging and Bioengineering, NIH, for supporting our research. Thank you.